Fishing was a part of life on the bay long before Europeans arrived, and it hasn't changed much since. But even the best fishermen need good bait, and we've got some of Australia's best. Worm digging is one of the bay's oldest industries, and although the diggers no longer walk to work, they still dig worms the way they've always dug them, by hand. Bunga Johnson's a worm digger like his father and grandfather before him. His family have been digging the seagrass beds for over 50 years, handing down the knowledge from father to son. Bunga reckons there's an art to digging worms that you just can't learn from a book.
Well, you've got to learn off a true professional.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I cut your head off when you got out of the hydro. Now just press play again. Yeah. You just lost your head when you got out of the hydro.
Fishing was a part of life on the bay long before Europeans arrived, and it hasn't changed much since. But even the best fishermen need good bait, and we've got some of Australia's best. Worm digging is one of the bay's oldest industries, and although the diggers no longer walk to work, they still dig worms the way they've always dug them, by hand. Bunga Johnson's a worm digger like his father and grandfather before him. His family have been digging the seagrass beds for over 50 years, handing down the knowledge from father to son. Bunga reckons there's an art to digging worms that you just can't learn from a book.
Well, you've got to learn off a true professional to start with, and you've got to learn to put your weed forward, turn your dirt to the side, leave it all flat and level to grow back for the generations following us.
It's a back-breaking race against time and tide even before a worm can be dug. Building a low wall of mud around the edge of the digger's patch gives them a few more precious minutes when the returning tide rushes in. A series of channels help drain the remaining water. Once the patch is dry, the hunt is on to find the worms. There's little time for idle chatter. Each digger is paid per worm. The more worms they dig, the more money they make. Bunga's been digging worms for so long, they've named a worm after him.
They're commonly called mudworms, crib island worms, and these days most times they call them BJ worms because naturally that stands for Bunga Johnson.
For the keen fishermen, these are the worms to have. They're so good, Bunga almost guarantees the catch.
Well, just the whiting love them. They bleed a little and they hang on the hook good. And, mate, when you go fishing for whiting, they're just the #1 bait, and it's very well known. The BJ worms catch most fish.
Bent over with the summer sun or the winter wind on your back, knee-deep in mud, there's probably no harder job on the bay.
Mate, it's very hard work. But once you get conditioned to it, it's better than a day out of the gym. Don't worry about that. It can keep you very, very fit.
There's big money in worms. Over $1 million of Moreton Bay worms are sold each year. But not only does the bay have great fish, it has the bait to catch them with.
Making a comeback. Today he boldly challenged aspiring world champion Anthony Mundine. Left right, left right, back and right. As I played a bit of test football, today he's no different. You know, a long way from being boxing at the moment, but I do a fair bit of training with Bunga, and mate, I've got no problems at into serious training.
Sorry, the audio isn't so important because as long as I've got the video looks fantastic, that's all that matters right now. And if I need the bungs, I'll just if I need it, I'll just have to get the audio another way later. You know.
His professional debut was spectacular as a sporting event. It had all the hype of Hollywood, but lacked a credible opponent in the Kiwi.
Just when Trevor was going to fight Mundine.
Yeah.
But Trevor had no trouble knocking him out 4 rounds.
You know how Mundine says that he doesn't drink alcohol, and how he's always said he didn't drink alcohol? It's a fucking load of shit, you know, because when I was in 42 Valley in 2005, I was walking through near the casino and he was sitting inside this car, and he was fucking pissed off his head and he was drinking, and I asked him to sign this t-shirt that I had, the Vietnam flag, and he signed it. He was drunk, he was fucking drunk, mate. So he's a fucking liar.
He's gone. David Fordham, 7 years. He's gone a lot further than you thought he'd go.
Experience, I know that being a former Bronco, and it's been a tremendous help to me in business, and sort of the money he's probably possibly missing out on there, he'll pick up in other ways.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Right, okay.